All right, so ethos is the first rhetorical appeal I want to talk about, and ethos is an appeal to authority or ethics. So the best way to remember it, so ethos starts with an E, ethics, which is like morality, and you're applying to authority because they should be the highest say. It's not the best remembering trick, but it's the best I have for you. If you think of a better one, let me know. But ethos is an appeal to authority. So in this case, I would say if I was trying to convince someone that COVID was real or that it was an issue, you're appealing to authority by saying, the United States top pandemic specialists are expressing real concern over this disease. So, they're the top, they're scientists, they're experts, they say it's real, it's real. So that's an appeal to authority. If the top pandemic executives or specialists are saying it's real, it must be real. Pathos is an appeal to, emotion. So the way I remember this, so pathos, it's a pathway into your heart. It's just trying to pierce your soul. Pathos, a pathway into your heart. So it's an appeal to emotion. So if you're trying to convince someone to social distance in the pandemic, a way to persuade them using emotion would be lots of people's grandparents and other family members will die if we aren't careful and taking this seriously. So you're like, people are going to die. Grandparents are going to die. Do you want your grandparents to die? That's so sad. So you're appealing to the emotion of people. Like, you don't want people to die. And then logos is logic. That's the easiest one to remember. Logos, logic. So it's an appeal to logic and reasoning. So here you would be explaining social distancing in just like the clear logical way. If we all stay at home and wear masks when we go outside, the virus will not be able to spread from person to person, and if there's no one to spread to, it will eventually die off. Logic. Okay, so it's, well, if we do this, so if we stay at home and wear masks, it can't spread, and if it can't spread, it just dies. It stops existing because it can't go anywhere. So you're just showing the logic of the pattern. Let's do one more example of each, just so you feel more confident. Maybe not with, not with the pandemic. Let's just do something basic. So with ethos, an appeal to authority. So if you're trying to convince your parents to do something, or we'll just stick with that. You're trying to convince your parents to do something. You might say like, well, like if you're talking to your dad, like, well, mom said that it was okay. That is an appeal to authority. Well, mom, who is the authority, said it was okay, or vice versa. Dad said that this was allowed, so you're using authority, an appeal to authority, to persuade your parent to let you do what you want to do. Looking at pathos, if you are trying to appeal to your teacher to help you with something, you could say, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep and my dad has been sick and I've had to watch my siblings every day and I'm so stressed and that's why I'm behind. Can you help me get a better grade? So you're trying to get a better grade, so you're doing that by like, please look how I have all these sad things happen and I'm really stressed. So you're using emotion, even if it's real. It's not rhetoric. It sounds manipulative because you're always manipulating someone. And even though like these could be real things, this could be the real situation, but it's still a manipulation tactic. There's a reason you're inclined to be like, I need to tell you these sad things because it's persuasive to tell someone all these sad things that are going on. They're more likely to listen. So you're appealing to emotion. You're trying to get on the pathway to their heart and make them feel for you. So that's another example of pathos and logos, which is logic. Let's say, okay, so your parents are like, you have to, or they're going to take away your phone until you get better grades, and you're trying to use logic. Well, if I have my phone, I can do better at staying in contact with my classmates and can ask for help. So I need my phone to do well and get caught up. So you're trying to use logic, like, well, if I have my phone, then this, therefore I need my phone. You can't take it away for better grades. And that's you're trying to use logic to persuade your parents in this case. So that's ethos, pathos, and logos. They're all rhetorical appeals. They're all instruments of persuasion, instruments of rhetoric, and they can be true, they can be false. You're welcome to lie. You can lie and say some authority said something like this. If mom did not say it was okay, it may be a lie, but it's still effective. Or this one's true and it's effective. This one, somewhere in between, it's still effective. So now the last thing I want you to do for this section is tell me, which appeal do you find the most persuasive? When someone's trying to persuade you to do something, like, what works best? Is it authority, like when someone in power said this? Or is it when someone uses emotion? Is it logic? What persuades you? Which of the three persuades you the most, and why? So just give it, a couple sentences there to answer that question. You do not have to have all of this word for word. You can summarize. I just wanted to give you specific examples to look at. And that is ethos, pathos, and logos.